We're joined by Mr. Pranjal Kumar from Eruditus Education. It's a platform focusing mostly on executive education, and let's see some insights from him. Thank you so much for joining us today here, sir. So my first question is, we know a lot about EdTech, at least in the K-12 space, and what you're doing is beyond K-12. So could you tell our viewers a bit about the opportunities when it comes to this sector, and why online is a better medium when it comes to edtech education in general, not just edtech beyond K-12?
Yeah, no, of course. So look, I think the drivers for online education for adults is very different from K-12 students. One of the biggest disruptions that we are seeing are in skills of the future, right? So there are technology skills, AI is a big theme, etc., right? And time to market of these programs becomes important. So online helps launch programs faster. You can launch high quality programs much faster in online versus offline. Second thing is when you come to adults, they are more used to now doing online than kids, right? So there's a convenience aspect. You don't have to go to a classroom, right? So that helps. If I zoom out, in general, you will also see, if you look at the Government of India's objective of gross enrollment ratio being about 40% plus, it can't happen through offline because that will take a lot of time, right? So if working adults or adults who are actually now studying programs, if they can go online and take those courses, that also helps in improving our gross enrollment ratio and improving the skills of the future. So I believe that higher education is a much bigger opportunity in online. Also keep in mind that unlike a K-12 which is more geography specific, higher education is homogeneous in most cases, right? So what you can teach in India, you can teach in US, you can teach in Latin America, you can teach in China, you can teach in Asia. So for example, Eruditus is a global company. We have students in US, in Latin America, in India, in China, in APAC, and the fact that we're able to offer the same kind of programs across all these geographies is because we know there's a homogeneity of skills.
And so coming now to the business aspect of EdTech, and since you're also the CFO of the company, how viable is an EdTech? Because we are seeing several EdTechs collapsing. It could be because of several reasons, but as someone like you who has deeper perspective into the business and the financials of it, what do you think is the scope and the opportunity when it comes to EdTech, and what are the options for someone who thinks of it as a business opportunity?
So, look, in any business, I think whether it's edtech or non-edtech, I think unit economics is most important, right? And the model has to be such that it is unit economic positive.
Okay.
To give you an example, our model is that we tie up with top-tier institutions like Harvard, Wharton in the US, in India like IIM's ISB, in Latin America like INCA, IPADE, right? So top schools, we tie up with them and offer programs in collaboration with them. And ultimately the student gets a certificate from that institution.
Okay.
Now with that kind of a model, what we've been able to achieve is we've been able to achieve the brand power or leverage the brand power of the institutions. That helps us in ensuring quality, that helps us in improving our pricing, that helps us in reducing our CAC. So when I look at unit economics, I say, okay, my CAC is reduced, my price is better, right? And that helps in making a unit economic positive model. So I think there are opportunities as long as you're able to solve for CAC, as long as you're able to solve for price points and ensure that you deliver quality and learning outcomes, there is a model which is much more viable.
Okay. And so like you also mentioned that the good thing about EdTech beyond K-12 is the fact that adults or people in the 25 to 40 range seek accessibility and convenience. And like you said, what Eruditus does, getting them the brand value as well. But like you said, if you're getting someone a degree from Harvard, so it's not just about the curriculum, right? There's also a value attached to the kind of peer-to-peer connections that they build there. So how can EdTech solve this issue?
That's a great question, right? And I think for us, learning outcomes are very important. And learning outcomes is not just about you getting a skill, but also about you building a network.
Yeah.
So our delivery model is what we call as SPOC, small private online classes. Think of them as a offline class, but simulated in an online world.
Okay.
So part of every curriculum that we have, there's a group assignment, There is a peer-to-peer work study that needs to be done, and that enables a lot of networking and collaboration between the students. Our model is you join a batch. It's not like you can get in and get out anytime. So you join a batch. The batch runs for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months as a class online, and then you end the batch. So I think to your question about building a community, learning from peers, we take a lot of value. It's a lot of value in doing that, and all of this comes down to delivery. So if you have the right delivery, you should be able to simulate that kind of a peer-to-peer interaction and social learning that we are doing on our platform. And I'm sure it's not rocket science. People can actually deliver that.
That's extremely insightful. Thank you so much for talking to us, sir.